Welcome back, beautiful people. This is Second Legacy. I'm Braden, that guy's Tim, and this is the 128 channel where you get all the news, the political analysis, the commentary, and we wrap it up with a delicious little layer of sarcasm for a sneaky little treat right at the beginning of your day to go on about your 2A day. And that's what we're going to do today because it turns out, guys, we have yet more assaults from the paragon of the Gen Z gun controller, Maxwell Frost. First, he came with the zombie guns. Well, now he's back with a sequel, and it's better than ever. And with that, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And
Yes.
Tim, are you ready for Maxwell Frost, the youngest congressman from Gen Z, all about gun control, straight out of the lives of March for Our Lives, the auspices of March, whatever. He comes from March for Our
Leaders
Lives,
we deserve,
which makes him a dork. But that's okay because he's got some stuff, and this is the same guy who brought the zombie guns, which we enjoy so thoroughly.
Yeah. I'm really glad. I mean, I wish I could attribute that as being an original thought on his part, but as we well know, the whole zombie thing started in the UK. So it's just leftists following leftists, following leftists, following leftists. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's an international thing, I know. But before we go forward, we have a announcement and a procedural note. We have a new song. Do you want to bring up what the new song is that we're going to utilize? Because there's been an announcement on how to handle problems.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's some Finnish. I don't know. I don't know if they're legislators or what, but they put out, and this is a couple of years ago, they put out a video to try to stop immigrants from raping citizens. And so,
like you do.
Yeah. And so they put this little song out, and I think that it's applicable to our 2A rights too. And because I don't want people touching my Second Amendment rights. So Dr. Producer, if you could kick this off, we'll play the song for everybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Maybe we need.
I feel like they stopped.
maybe that they invoked that TikTok video to stop, criminal acts within Finland. Maybe if we use that song, we can stop criminal acts against our Second Amendment rights. Perhaps we need to play the original video just so people have context. But I'm pretty sure that
maybe for another one. But I feel like that's going to be good. I feel like that's going to be a good addition to the show. I feel like it's going to come up and pop up at random times, random episodes. Yeah. You guys let us know in the comments. Did you enjoy our song? Isn't it applicable? Anyway. Oh. You just can't not do it, Tim.
This is my no-no square.
You can't not do it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's like Mario meets invasive crime. But let's get back to Congress.
Gives me happy feet. I want to dance. All right.
It does. I regret immediately putting that in. It's going to be here forever. Anyway, this is number 8, Tim. This is what he's done. And I think you'll find this personally offensive. You might need the song later. Congressman Maxwell Frost announces new legislation. So that's always good. Well, let me show you what he's doing. This is number 9. This is after the zombie gun. Right? Today, Congressman Maxwell Alejandro Frost from Florida, Democrat, along with 2 Democrats from Illinois, announced the introduction of the Prevent Illegal Gun Resales Act, legislation aimed at tackling the flow of illegal guns into communities and neighborhoods by holding gun retailers accountable for selling to bad actors known as straw purchasers who turn around and sell guns to people who are not legally allowed to own them. Congressman Frost's legislation would go after gun retailers who enable unscrupulous gun dealers. As statistics show, 90% of guns used in crime come from about 5% of gun dealers. Did you know that, Tim?
I didn't. I thought this was interesting wording. So legislation would go after gun retailers who enable unscrupulous gun dealers. What's the difference between a gun retailer and a gun dealer?
I think they're referring illegal gun dealers is I think what they're trying to say.
Oh, like the guy they shot and killed in his home the other day in Arkansas. Okay, I get it. All right.
Too soon.
Too soon? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, gun dealers. So I have a little bit of insight into the gun dealing world.
That's true.
It's like, how do you determine, unless somebody says something overt, like, I'm buying this gun to give to my buddy so he can give it to a gang member he knows. If they don't say that and somebody just comes in and buys a firearm, how are you supposed to get inside their head and know what they're doing? See, we were told that the NICS system would prevent this, right? Well, you told all these gun control laws, 20-some thousand gun control laws in the United States and various states and federal laws, 20,000 in total plus. And we were told that this is going to fix everything that is a problem. and is going to make criminals stop criminaling, but it isn't. I don't understand. And so how are we supposed to, as a gun dealer, get into the minds of people unless they outright tell us they plan on breaking a law or they're doing something that would otherwise signal they're about to break a law? You're going to hold them accountable for what? Not being able to read minds. I don't understand that. So what this translates to me is we just want to shut down the dealer network. You shut down the dealer network thanks to the Gun Control Act 1968. You can no longer buy firearms legally new.
Well, it's interesting you say that, Tim. Would you like to know the requirements? What would make you a unscrupulous dealer?
Oh yeah, maybe that'll help me better understand.
Oh, I've got them. So this is number 10. The Prevent Illegal Gun Resales Act would add common sense structural reform to the gun sale industry by boosting license application requirements for gun retailers, proportionally increasing the cost of licensing fees, and adding a new definition for high-risk dealers that would include sellers who, and I quote, had a known violation or warning in the past 3 years, had firearms either lost or stolen from them within the preceding year, or were the source of 2 or more guns with a time to crime of 3 years or less.
Okay, so yeah, they're just trying to erase gun dealers. So if you're a gun dealer and you sell 1,000 guns a year, and that's really low for a gun dealer,
right?
You're going to get those 3 traces come back at some point.
Easy.
At some point. So basically, they set the bar so low that people would do something illegal that that basically they're just going to erase the dealer network. So I was right. They are trying to do that. And once again, folks,
exactly right.
Just like taxing pollution will make it go away, apparently taxing gun dealers will stop crime because they want to raise the cost of licensing fees. I mean, surely that's why didn't I think of that? I mean, of course that's what's going on. It's all a tax problem. We're just not taxing you enough.
Done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But yeah, so that's the entire point, Tim. And just to bring a little bit more detail in this, the time to crime statistic that they just stated, that's from ATF. And that's one of the rates that they basically say, like, hey, these guns are being sold to criminal elements or not. Well, 3 years is a pretty long time to crime. In fact, if memory serves, Tim, I think what sets up a red flag for the ATF is 6 months or less or a year or less. I'm pretty sure. That's what they always state. But usually, I think the average United States time to crime is like 7 years.
Yeah, because the guns will go through several hands or they'll get stolen from their owners. And keep in mind, folks, if you go out and buy a firearm and you stop for lunch on your way home, you forget to lock the car, somebody steals the gun out of the car, and it gets used in a crime, that will count against the dealer under the scenario.
That's exactly right.
It's and keep in mind, most firearms used in crime are stolen. And they even put that in here, or had a lost or stolen firearm in the preceding year. Again, if you're a gun dealer and you've been in business, you're required to report lost or missing firearms because they do get stolen, right? People steal things. They steal cars. It's not something you can just slip into your pocket, but they still get stolen. Of course, guns are going to get stolen from gun stores. It's just going to happen. And so they're going to say, had a firearm lost or stolen within the preceding year. Okay, well, now you can't have a license, even though there's a mechanism where you go, okay, ATF, look, this gun is missing. We cannot locate it. We're presuming it's stolen. And you fill out the paperwork and report it to ATF. And in doing so, apparently, under this proposed law, you've now just given up your license. So what's going to encourage gun dealers to do the right thing? If they're going to get punished for doing the right thing, then why would they do it? By reporting their gun stolen.
So
it's wow.
All right. Well, hey, I think this is the appropriate point when I show you who's behind this to get that song ready, Tim. So you just start wiggling when you're ready, okay? This is number 11. This is the best way to wrap this. The legislation has been endorsed by March for Our Lives, Community Justice, Everytown, Giffords, and Brady. Shocking.
It's the entire Brady bunch, folks.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Hey. I feel safe.
Don't touch me in my no-no square. Brady, Giffords, Everytown.
It's so weird. And, coincidentally, it's so odd, Tim. Those groups, Everytown and Community Justice, they also have associate directors in the Office of Gun Violence Prevention underneath Kamala Harris. The coincidences abound. Yeah, they do.
Wow. And this is just
man.
reasonable gun control, folks. Just add it to the stack of
Substance.
20,000 other existing laws. And again, all it's designed to do is harass gun owners and harass gun dealers, put them out of business because, again, the 1968 Gun Control Act established the dealer network. Companies like Sears, who used to sell guns through the mail and deliver them straight to your house, no longer could do that. And so by forcing all new firearm sales through dealers, they can now shut the flow off anytime they want by doing something stupid like this. If you get rid of the dealer network, you get rid of the new access to new firearms for American citizens. So, yeah. Not like they're playing a script here or have a long game. All right, folks, let us know what you think down below. Do you think that this proposed law might do something to aid in the reduction of crime and hold these gun dealers accountable? Or do you think it's just a bunch of fluff trying to get us to the end goal of taking our guns?
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
All right, folks, we will talk to you later. I got to dance when I hear that song. So, Mr. Dr. Producer, I should say, every time he plays, I got to stop what I'm doing and do the dance. Oh, man, here we go again.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Okay, don't touch me in my no-no square, folks. We'll talk to you guys soon.